What's up, everybody? It's your pal Billy with Altcoin Buzz. One day after I made an entire video dedicated to painting the picture that is going to show Bitcoin as a political issue in 2019 and 2020, one day after I told you that politicians were going to start coming out of the woodworks left and right, declaring that they either support Bitcoin or are against Bitcoin now that Donald Trump has opened up this can of worms, we have the House Minority Leader, Kevin McCarthy, telling Joe Kernan on the Joe Squawk Box that he likes Bitcoin. The real thing he likes is when it comes to Bitcoin is blockchain, because he likes the security. But he says clear as day right here, I like Bitcoin. Let's take a listen.
Well, look, I like Bitcoin. Is it where it needs to be? No, but the real thing I like when it comes to Bitcoin is blockchain, because I like the security. I want government to actually start using Bitcoin.
You need to keep
blockchain.
talking.
Boom. I like Bitcoin, says House GOP leader McCarthy while bashing Facebook's Libra coin. He went on in that segment, him and Joe both, to bash Libra and show major concern for some of these centralized tech companies having any say in how this is going to develop going forward. Okay, Barry Silbert went on to tweet, "We are one step closer to Bitcoin mining being deemed by U.S. government as critical infrastructure. Government will then try to bring mining to the U.S. through financial incentives and perhaps might get into mining themselves. Other governments will, of course, respond by doing the same." All right, and Forbes starting to paint the picture as Bitcoin and crypto as a national security issue. Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies have been thrown into the limelight over recent months by social media giant Facebook's plans to launch its own private cryptocurrency next year. Okay, U.S. President Donald Trump sent shockwaves through the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency communities last week when he branded Bitcoin based on thin air. Now, U.S. Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin has added his voice to the assault on Bitcoin, Facebook's planned Libra crypto project, and other cryptocurrencies, warning they pose a national security risk to the country. By national security risk to the country, I think they mean that they regret not mining it a long time ago. Okay, so this is indeed a national security issue, Mnuchin told reporters at a press conference yesterday. Cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin have been exploited to support billions of dollars of illicit activity like cybercrime, tax evasion, extortion, ransomware, illicit drugs, and human trafficking, adding that Facebook's Libra could be misused by money launderers and terrorist financiers. Honestly, blah, 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 when it comes to all that. We've heard that a million years. We've heard that for 10 years now. The main point about all of this is we are seeing politicians, okay, who are as good as mockingbirds, by the way. A lot of politicians have no idea what Bitcoin is. They're taking a side because it's going to be a political issue. They have good foresight sometimes on what's going to be trending and what's not, and this is going to be good for Bitcoin, in my opinion. Now, listen. This newfound political attention for Bitcoin is probably going to bring some ridiculous FUD our way. But in my opinion, and Barry Silbert says it best here, complete and total validation of Bitcoin after this press conference. All right, let's get into that, by the way. Let's look at it a little closer. So Mnuchin, crypto speech was total validation of Bitcoin. This from Barry Silbert's tweet. This from Cointelegraph.com. Bitcoin proponents were reacting to fresh criticism of cryptocurrencies from the United States government July 16th following a press conference with Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin. Okay, Mnuchin, who held a 30-minute event on Monday, said he wished to focus explicitly on Bitcoin and Facebook's Libra digital currency protocol. He referred to both as cryptocurrencies, despite analysis confirming that Libra is in fact not similarly structured to true cryptocurrencies. As the president said, Bitcoin is highly volatile and based on thin air, Mnuchin summarized, repeating what he described as concerns aired by Donald Trump on Twitter last week. "We are concerned about the speculative nature of Bitcoin and will make sure that the U.S. financial system is protected from fraud." All right, not everybody thought this was so bad. A lot of people thought if you read between the fluff, if you read between the lines, that basically what they're saying is as long as you're playing by the rules, there's nothing we can do about Bitcoin. at least from Stephen Mnuchin's words. So complete and total validation of Bitcoin, according to Barry Silbert. Anthony Pompliano went ahead and said, sounds like a green light for those who want to do things the right way. And more political turmoil surrounding Facebook around the world. This from ccn.com, leaked. India's Bitcoin ban bill aims to outlaw all cryptocurrencies. All right, good luck, India. Not sure you're going to be able to do that. But rumors of a proposed bill in India that ban cryptocurrencies may have been confirmed after Indian blockchain lawyer Varun Sethi posted an alleged first draft of the proposed bill, the Banning of Cryptocurrencies and Regulations of Official Digital Currencies Bill, which proposes to ban or heavily restrict all cryptocurrency-related activity in India, was leaked this week. Main thing coming out of this is no person shall mine, generate, hold, sell, deal in, issue, transfer, dispose, or use cryptocurrency in the territory of India. This all could happen if you offended this law. Up to 10 years in jail for doing this in India. Now, this is not passed yet. This is just a leaked proposed bill. So I wouldn't panic too much yet. However, lots of FUD coming out of India recently. I think that India actually has a huge opportunity in front of it. Let's hope that they embrace it. And another one from ccn.com. Despite some of this political turmoil and chaos revolving around Bitcoin and its buzz, Bitcoin is still wildly bullish, according to some experts at least. All right, despite the recent fall of Bitcoin, experts have not yet abandoned the bullish sentiment. In fact, it seems that current levels have only served to reinforce this perception, and that's very accurate for Billy Buzz here. You all know how I feel about Bitcoin now that some of these, as I've been calling it, can of worms have been opened. Tom Lee remains as the eternal bullish expert of the cryptoverse. We also know how Tom Lee feels about Bitcoin. One of the analysts who doesn't give up on his bullish point of views is Tom Lee. In recent tweets, he explained that the bullish sentiment in the Bitcoin markets has strengthened despite comments by Donald Trump and Stephen Mnuchin. Lee describes Bitcoin as comfortable, with statements made by Mnuchin regarding crypto and KYC AML. Okay, KYC is knowing your client. That's probably in regard to exchanges and addresses. White House wants fair ground rules but does not seem intent on further action at this time. All right. You know, in the United States, we have a First Amendment policy. A lot of people argue that code is part of that First Amendment policy in Bitcoin. We all know Bitcoin's governing system is nothing but code. I don't want to say nothing but code because it's so much more than that, right? But at its base layer, it's code. Therefore, one could argue that Bitcoin is protected by the United States First Amendment, although I'm sure several politicians and several lawmakers would see that differently. Bitcoin is currently down 2% on the day at $10,424. Its entire market cap is $185.7 billion. The entire crypto market cap just under $280 billion. Bitcoin dominance 66.4% and rising. The rest of this market's not looking too hot right now. Ethereum's down 4.3% on the day, 30% on the week. XRP down 23% on the week, down 1.4% on the day. Litecoin down about 3.4%, and Bitcoin Cash down 4.8% on the day. Lots of red still out there, lots of room to go before we reach some of these all-time highs. But in my opinion, we have started a new cycle for Bitcoin, and I think things are going to get real interesting going forward. All right, everybody, hope you enjoyed that episode. Would love to hear from you in the comments section. What I'd like to hear today, what's your macro outlook on Bitcoin? I painted a very clear picture of what I think is going to happen in the coming years, especially in regards to the political side of Bitcoin. Let me hear it in the comments section. I want some detail. I want to know your exact thoughts. If you've been enjoying these videos, please consider subscribing to Altcoin Buzz, ringing that bell, liking this video, sharing it on the interwebs, and checking us out on Instagram. It's your pal Billy with Altcoin Buzz. Until next time, peace.